Alright, Tubes, this is Chaos Time. Let's take a look at the red vehicle issue that's been the subject of a lot of debate of late here.
Alright, I kind of diagram this out a little bit better so you can see, get a better perspective of what people are dialoguing about. So here on the right we have Nate's house. In the center we have CW's house. On the left we have the neighbor's house. Okay, here's where I think the camera is mounted at Nate's house. You can see my cursor. And here's a little gap between the world's most hated tree here. So I got a line going from where I think the camera is through that gap between the tree that blocks everything and the edge of Chris's house. And then here's his neighbor's house. And this circle with the yellow border around it is where the bush is. There's another bigger bush right here, if you can see my cursor. And then here is, I went ahead and put the car here, so there's a red car here, and here's Chris's truck. So let me go ahead and animate this for you. Alright, so we got the car pulling out. And watch this truck is backing in. We back it up. Here's the car pulling out again. So I am not sure what people are saying. I'm not going to pass any judgment on that, but I just wanted to show it to you. So we're backing in again here. And once again, this is the neighbor's house here. The lady that was interviewed. Alright, so let's look at something else here. Alright, so overlaid the part where the red car is pulling out. And I went to the end of the video clip and got a clip where it was kind of light out and overlaid them on top of each other. And let's take a look at that. So we'll back it up just a little bit here. Let me lower the opacity a little bit here. Alright, so I cut out the bush here and you can see the bush. The one bush is in question here. As you can see it, I cut it out. Pretty close to perfect. So keep your eye on that bush. Alright, let me back it up. Let me take the bush out for a second. I'll show you something else here. Okay. Back it up just a little bit. Okay, the first sign of light, you can see a small gap of light peeking through right in here. Let me turn the box on for a second. Keep your eye on that box there, right in the middle of that box. You see the light come on. Okay, did you see it? There it is. Back it up a little bit. Okay, there's the light. Okay, go ahead and move it forward. Alright, you can kind of see the light peek out. I backed it up a little bit. We'll move it forward 2 frames. There's the light. Right here. So I'll back it up 2 frames and do it one more time. 1, 2. Alright, let's take it forward. Okay, so you can see the light peeking out now. I'll back it up 3 frames. Okay, there's the light peeking out. Alright, let me turn the box off. Turn that bush back on. Okay, there's a bush. Back it up. You can see it going behind the bush. Bring it back out a little bit. Alright, let me change the opacity on that. 1 second. Make it daylight. Okay, there's a bush. Once again, you can see that light peeking out there. And there's a bush. Alright, so let's take it back down. Let's go ahead and ease that car out just a little bit more. Okay. See, it does look red here. I'm moving it back and forth, 3 frames back, 3 frames forward. Backing it up a little. Backing it up a little bit. Alright, let's take it forward again. Continue moving forward. Continue moving forward. Okay, it's almost out. Okay, there's the back of the car. You can see the back tail lights. Okay, back it up a little bit. There's the tail light. You can see it going behind the bush overlay I have here. Okay, so here's the back, just peeking out. Alright, let me change the opacity again so you can see where it is. Okay, there's that bush. Here's a gap right here in the middle. And here's the other bush. Okay, once again, here's the one closest to the house. There's a gap right here. And here's the other bush. Alright, let's take it back down. Let's bring it out a little bit further. Alright, and she takes off. There's a lot of stuff going on over here with the lights, the side lights, the mirror lights on that truck. I'll break that down here soon. I just wanted to point that out to you. I found a few things weird here. One, the dogs, when the search and rescue dog showed up, it went in the house and came back out over in this area over here, out in the grass. Right over in here, and then they went back in the house. So there's something going on over here. And also, I was kind of curious about this camera shouldn't pick up anything around this corner here. It shouldn't sense anything until you get out in the front, out in the open here. But when, I'll say NK, when NK came out, you saw walking out of the house, the camera was already on. So I wonder if Chris came out first and maybe went down to the gravel area and went out and did whatever, triggered the lights were on, and then we see NK come out. So, but once again, I'll address that later, but I just wanted to point this out to you. So anyway, there it is. I'll run through it one more time. Let's back it up here. Okay, the tail lights are adjacent to the bush. Let's go ahead and lighten that back up for you. Once again, you can see where the bush is. And let's back it up a little bit more. Still going back. Okay, there's a headlight. Okay, the headlight is right next to the bush. And I'll change the opacity again on that for you. Let me take the bush out for a second. Okay, bush is out. Back it up. Pass the bush. And bring it back out one more time. Okay, there's a tail light. And we'll turn the bush back on for a second. Anyway, guys, there it is. You know, look at it. Make up your mind on what you think it is. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.